Angels in for the final 2 games of the Freeway Series. Tip for tonight against Julio Urias with David Fletcher. 9 outs of the Championship Series. Got the last 7 out on a Taylor Ward home run. 3-2. Third for Justin Turner. It took him 8 pitches, but he gets Fletcher, 1 gone. Side of things as a rookie. Had Tommy John in October. Machado and Tatis earlier this spring. He's going to get him there with a fastball to the knees.
Pitch before, but just missed. But this one, bottom of the.
29 years old now. And field, Cody Bellinger, plenty of room. And Julio Urias with a 1-2-3 first.
Pocket in there. You don't want anything white when this guy could touch 102.
He was 0 for 2 last night. He walked. Infield. So second base tonight is David Fletcher. He's got it, 1 away.
Bets. Then you go Seager against Ohtani. Okay.
On both sides.
Yes.
4-pitch walk for Seager. And the Dodgers have their first base runner of the night. That's part of the plan, is that Ohtani, and they're going to go with the 6 before he pitches, hit on the day that he pitches, a day off after, and then start it again. It's back-to-back walks for Seager. With a 1-2 pitch. Top of the zone and hitting the ground to first. Pujols to the bag for out number 2. There are differences in how. Yeah, that's another walk. Third one of the inning to load him up. Spring game, but Angels fans are watching this and holding their breath a little bit. 7 starts per guy. Of course, is not going to break down.
And not have any pain.
In the dirt to the backstop, and the Dodgers continue to take advantage of Ohtani. 3 walks and now a wild pitch that brings home Seager.
But nothing that was so wild that gets by.
It's a 2-2. And it's fouled into the glove of Suzuki for strike 3. Who's able to limit the damage to just 1 run.
Brings it all back.
Anthony Rendon leading off to center field. Bellinger to the warning track with room for out number 1. So it feels like the
person wanting to get to the crown now this spring that you had.
You know, Justin Upton with a line out to CT.
Well done.
Everybody's going for the play-by.
You'll clinch it home and have the celebration in the parade. The cautionary tales, I think, by and large, no. And therefore, it's really hard to win them in back-to-back seasons.
Taylor and Lux coming up for the Dodgers here in the bottom.
We don't really know. And I think it's important to acknowledge that we don't know. And we're going to take this time and kind of evaluate as we're going.
Now, and the Beatties and the Gonsolins and the Mays, it could be.
Everybody wants to be a play-by-play guy.
You don't need scouts. You do not need scouts.
2-run home run for Chris Taylor, and they lead it 3-0. Taylor's 5th of the spring.
But Andrew, isn't it amazing?
Just trying to make, kind of lemonade out of a bad situation. And some of our younger guys who are coming up immediately and are as good as we think, it's easy. But invariably things happen, and there's some ups and downs, and hopefully we'll have some.
He bats 3-0 game in the second. Swings and misses here, and he's out number 2. What if
it's as if he's an extra guy? It's as if he mishit the entire October.
Go ahead, keep going.
That's a homer.
Oh, that's not an easy angle to call it from either. But you have, twice home runs from Taylor and Seager, his 8th of the spring.
The ball.
There's such growth from his health of backspinning the ball to this
top of it. It's scary what he's.
Lineup comes up here. This one's backside of the infield. Andrew, everybody wants to be a play-by-play guy, and you nailed it. Giving up the 2 home runs. Cracks his bat, rolled back to the mound. He'll lob it over to first for the first out. T. Realmuto and Kurt Suzuki. Where he won a World Series in 19. Hey, Betts coming on. He's got it. The 9-hitter, Dexter Fowler. Deep center. Bellinger racing to the edge of the track to put it away. 9 up, 9 down for Julio Urias. The real thing.
Friend of so many people in the organization.
Ohtani makes quick work of Bellinger here.
The slider has been good.
A.J.
Goes straight down.
He walks Pollock, his 5th one tonight. Muncy hits a rocket through the middle into center field, base hit. Just that, but you hit it that hard.
6'4" frame that actually is perfect for a hitter and perfect for a pitcher.
Walked his first time tonight. Came
Prime earlier. You look at Will Smith. It's very interesting to watch the age of this rock.
He won major league games.
It is hard to believe.
Waits on this breaking ball, sends it to right center field. Fowler goes back. It's gone. Opposite field, 3-run shot for Will Smith. They've scored 6.
When he learns to use the opposite field, he'll be good. Look at this with a grain of salt. The numbers on the board are one thing, but they're number one.
End of the game, 7-0 Dodgers.
General managers do not like to do is do the interview.
Ground ball to short, Iglesias. But the Rangers and the Mariners, neither one of those teams. Bouncing ball right side. David Fletcher will get luck. After 3, it's 7-0. From the game, and for the training staff came out to take a look at what looked.
Been really good at first pitch strikes. Now 7 for 10.
Took 9 hours. Fletcher down swinging. Rarely do you see that when he's ball, but Arias gets him.
That number. Those foul balls will get more and more special.
Crank towards the left field corner. Phil Gosselin off. Not just the first base runner of the game for the Angels, but the first run. As Gosselin hits a homer.
Hanger, if he swings or tops it, it's a good pitch. It's a soft degree. Just a good piece of hitting.
Of the quarantine, and for him, it was extra time with his wife. Change to the knees to get Trout looking. 2 gone.
First 3 innings, and now here in this inning, working on some off speeds.
2-2. High pop fly again. This time shallow center for Bellinger to cruise underneath and put away. So Urias at 7-1, middle 4. They brought over Isel Iglesias, who we saw last night. Center field. Trout moving to his right with room. That's the first out.
Rex coming up to face Junior Guerra.
Fly towards the left field corner. Upton moves over to catch it. He quits baseball, thinks he's done. He's going to get him an 8. Dodgers have added the deep center field, sending Trout to the track, twist around to pull it in and retire this. We go to the 5th. Bet so many good things to talk about in there that we'll get into as the year goes on. That's dunked in front of A.J. Pollock and left, and a leadoff base hit for Upton. It would last like the whole game. Hot shot on one bounce. Taylor's got it. What a nice play. Chris Taylor can get to the majors in the first place. Just exceptional feel. Grounder. Wormburner this time. That's the inning. 7-1.
And Tony Gonsolin and Jimmy Nelson will be seeing them this season in 11.
And the goal going in quickly.
Powering fly ball to left center field. Trout's running back on it. Out of room. Being home run from Bellinger. It just keeps on flying out of here. 4 home runs last night in Anaheim. 4 home runs for the Dodger
offense. Cody Bellinger will be a big part of that.
David threw a simulated game today along with Walker Buehler.
Dodger starting staff of the 10 down the line. You could even pick somebody, maybe even a Tony Gonsolin if he had a big year, or Dustin May could all of a sudden become the ace of the Angels.
But the depth, never more important than this year. Muncy couldn't lay off. Back-to-back Ks for Guerra. 2 gone in the 5th.
How about him around the Los Angeles area, and that is quite that night. And then they cut away to Tommy yawning. And that was not very good in Tommy's office after Tommy has lost. That he would go into Channel 7, grab 10, and they heard a frame crashing on the floor. To Davey Lopson said, That
He flies to center. Zach McKinstry is coming. He's got it.
and he not only just remember the skipper, number 2.
1-1.
That one hurt. With the top hand to the bottom hand. Top hand came.
The bat, Luck's going out. 2 up and 2 down. Pretty good for one last tune-up. It was an 18 that he's been entirely healthy. Punch by first, base hit Fletcher. That is. But now you have me second guessing myself as he stretches, sometimes known as a love handle.
But I was wondering, is it
Here with the Twins. Leadoff walk for Taylor. Down swinging here, 1 gone in the 6th.
slide piece here at the end? Acts a little bit like a cutter, but has very
Way up into the night, fading to left. Juan Lagares checked in for Upton, and he makes the catch.
loads for the everyday players like Corey Seager. It's a little rest.
Rex down swinging. Sluggers with. Billion. Knable gets him with a high fastball. Corey Knable strikes out.
96 high cheese. The cutter has that late break and
Still carrying that edge.
chip.
4-pitch walk to Rendon. Starts his outing.
The left guy on the roster, and he's letting him down to the minors, or if it's his closer or his star. He is so good.
For strike 1 on Pujols. 0 for 2 tonight. Line to center field. DJ Peters is there to cut it off. Here's ahead 8-1.
His outing this evening, he said, you know what, he feels like he
For the ball at the backstop.
New ball, please. Florida on your front lawn.
Start off with a plate there, but it's so far outside, he gets away from Suzuki.
Well, when you feel like it's going to be a wild pitch, just swing it.
And what he's shown in big league camp each of the last couple years. He takes the walk.
Right-handed. Also, Chris Taylor. You think about
Big bouncer to short, charging Iglesias to second 1 to first.
left field with Cody Bellinger out there in center. It's out of the right hand. Like having him on the team.
Miguel Vargas yanks a fly ball to left field. That's caught by John. It's 9-1.
Nice job by Vargas getting that run in, and how they handle being around the rest of the team and really kind of stir up some negative.
Keibert Ruiz towards the left field corner, and this guy just 5 for 6 this spring as he pulls up his second and hit a home run against David Price at a 2-0. Ground ball, diving Iglesias, throws to third, off line, and Peters has an infield sink.
Big time power hitters go halfway up the pavilion. Why don't you try and get up and gun it to
On his future. Backside of the infield, that will bring this 7th inning to a close for the Dodgers.
And you know Jimmy Nelson is not disappointed in.
But you go back to his last fully healthy season, or the end of it, 2017. He had Cy Young votes. Shallow center field Bush comes back in 2019.
Of the surgeon and the therapist telling you, yes, it is. They're godsend comments. And say, I'm not coming out. 10 months of rehab still going.
Fowler over the shift down the line to right. Really hustles over to cut it off. Fowler trying to turn it into a double, and he.
And everybody can work on the guys that are actually active.
Got him to chase here and end the inning. So.
Me and were hung with me through the dark days. And at that time, I purchased season tickets.
Rios grounds out in the first pitch he sees.
And then I put the one of the
Off of the glove of Walsh. Realizes it just
put that on a piece of granite for him and had it inscribed.
He comes into pitch while you're on these conversations. Grounded to second. It takes a tough hop there right over the glove of Rojas or Jack May.
Fastball, he can spin the breaking ball. Ball hits.
Sharply hit, but right into the defense. And that's the inning. Let's go. Series. More than your average big league sinker. It's pounded into the ground past him. Going to be a tough play, and no. So he underwent surgery for COVID during the summer. Jay softly hit off the end of the bat. In comes Beatty to catch it. Towards the right field corner. Long run for Zach Raley or Luke Raley, and it's over his head. Bounces up into the seats for a ground roll double that'll put him at second and third.
See where the target is. You see where it ends up.
Bouncing ball to third. Rios across to get him. Angels in a 10-2 game. Rengifo for a few hours. And they hit him in the foot. On Kian Wong. Swing and a miss. Strike three. And the Freeway Series up at a game apiece.
Day, and then the opener. The excitement is building and it is getting